Hi friends, this is Gail ONeill, and I teach stamping. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I didn't know what I was going to do, and then I looked on my dining room table and realized I never touched my November paper pumpkin. So I sure touched it today. You can see my box is pretty empty, and this thread is just like the braided linen thread that we carry. It's really, really nice. I hope they come out with more of that. So you'll see I have these envelopes left, and I'm actually going to make more cards out of these probably tomorrow. And I can get 2 more out of that, and another 2 here, or maybe 4 if I decide to split them. And then there's a few other odds and ends, and still lots of these. If I run out of those, I can just punch some, but there seems to be plenty. So I'll show you what I did like about this kit and mention what I didn't like about the kit. I'm not always a fan of very vanilla and white together. So this card is actually one of the cards, except I didn't do it exactly like they did. Mine is rounder, and then just as I was sitting waiting to go on, I put some of the gems on there. So I may end up taking the sequins off. But I'm not a fan really of the white with the very vanilla. So you'll see that on a lot of these I switched and just used my own cardstock. But I can use them on the inside of those envelope ones because they're white. So that'll work for me. So that was really the only thing that I didn't like about it. But I have so much fun making alternatives. So let me start showing you. So this was what it was basically supposed to be. And then so was this one, except when I put this piece down, I put it too high. So then I had to compensate. Like here is the card. So I had to compensate and put a second one down and then put that in the middle, which I like a lot. I also wrapped the thread around and then I did a bow. This one I use the Not Merry Christmas. This is In the Woods framelets. And then I use some of the metallic pearls on that one. This one I use the baubles. What is this one? Detailed bauble thinlets and some gold glimmer paper. And then these, most of the stamps, all but one, I used right from the paper pumpkin kit. So, you know, then I just threw a few of the leaves in there. Okay, so that's ones that I'm not going to reproduce right now. And I did hopefully pre-tie all my bows. But here's the first card I'm doing, and I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. Of course, I always have to change things up a little. I also switched out the envelopes, and I will show you about stamping them a little bit. Okay, so this is the card, and this comes from Detailed Deer Thinlets. So, you know what? When you get these kits, and you can make so many more cards than what it tells you you can, and why not pull out what you have and play with it? So this, of course, is a card that comes with it. And let me just get it ready to go. So this goes directly on to the base. Okay, and then I changed this. Let's see. And I think, let me pull it out. I think I'll do Happy Holidays instead of Merry and Bright. I think it's the same size. Oh, I think I already pulled them out. There they are. Yep. So let's do that one. Change it up just a little bit more. So we'll try and put that on there straight. Kind of helps. Except it's not straight. Okay. And then we're using Cherry Cobbler, which is what they put in the kit as well. Okay, so we'll get that. That doesn't look like it's inked, even though it probably is. Just hold it down a sec. Okay, so we'll let that dry a little bit, and then I didn't need the extra one. Gotta love it. Okay, so I just put a couple of them down on the bottom, and let's see, I'll use my own glue dots. You can use tape, whatever you feel like doing. It does come with glue dots in the kit, but this seems to be just a little bit faster sometimes. You can also use glue, which I think I did on a lot of these. Okay, and then we'll just put him down with some glue. And just a few in the antlers just to hold them down, because they will get caught going in and out of the envelope. So we'll stick him down. Okay, and then, you know what, let me take I'll use up my ends later. So then I put that one at an angle. And then what I did is I snipped off a piece of this. And we'll use a little bit of glue this time. And I just put that piece right there. So there that is. Quick and pretty easy. And the next one. So this one, it was that same background piece. I think I used that on most of the cards tonight. And then I used, what is it called? I lost it. Hold on. It's out of my head. Tin tile. Tin tile. And this was a scrap. So it was a larger scrap, and I cut it also in half, and that's why it's smaller. So go ahead, use up those scraps that you have. Here's a sample of just stamping a little bit on the envelope. You don't have to do a lot, but little is nice. Oh, this should have been on a smaller piece, and I didn't cut it. That's all right. We'll do this one flat and do it directly on there. Okay. This one, if you can see, I raised it and did it on a separate piece, but it doesn't have to be. Make it up as we go along. So you just want to eyeball it, that it's even. And it's rare for me to go directly onto my card. So stepping out of my comfort zone just a little bit, which is actually a good thing. And I think what I'm going to do is stick a couple glue dots under there. Maybe the glue will hold it. Okay, so then I have this piece, and this is got to be the right way. 2.5 by, I think, 2. And then we stamped, or I stamped. We'll do that first, and then I'll round the corners. So, Merry Christmas to you and yours. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, I don't like the way that came out. So let's use the other side. Better. I think there's something on there. There is. There's a little scrap. All right, I'm glad I cut 2. This one stamp isn't liking me. Okay. So then, with the detailed trio, I rounded the corners, and don't forget that you want to push in the middle. Okay, and then I think we'll just go directly. So I just put 4 down, and since you're not going to see most of it, I'm going to go ahead and there should be one more. And there is, right there. Okay, and this also, now I'll use up some of these. Oh, so I think this is the one bow I do have to tie. Bear with me. So we'll just plop that down in the center. And then I'm going to fix that little spot. Show you how to do that. Just take your matching marker, and no one will ever know, except all you and everybody on YouTube. Okay, so let me find the ribbon again. No, it's lost on the desk. Okay, so I wasted a little bit more than I wanted to. Things are closing in on me. And there it is, finished. So there's the one that's raised, and there's the one that's not, and it's not so bad. Okay, next one is this one right here. Now this one I borrowed a stamp from Christmas, let me see, Christmas Wishes came from Peaceful Poinsettia. I only punched one, so it better work. Okay, so this I used Very Vanilla, not what came with the kit. And this, we're going to put a little off center. And again, on this one, I used the tin tile. Okay, so putting this tree together, again, I use the glue. So I kind of went all around the edges. And then just did a couple spots in the center. Stuck that down on top. Okay, and then with the Mary, I cut that out in the garden green and the gold. And of course it's got to be stuck. So we're making a layer here just to give it a little bit of something, because it was too plain just using the gold by itself. Okay, so you want to put it just off a little bit so you get that shadow. And the glue gives you a little bit of wiggle room. To get that look done. Okay. So we're going to have that there. And then the Christmas Wishes. Okay, so this goes down flat. And about there. Because I want that Mary to, okay. And then we're going to put that Mary down. And let me just stick a block on it for a moment while I prepare this. And you know what? Maybe I'll do while that's setting, I'll do the little pearls on this one. So I did lift up some of these. And I went a little crazy with these. I'll do a little less on this one. But it just kept, oh, okay, I'll add one there. And oh, I'll put one there. And I'll put another one there. And I'll probably end up doing the same thing to this. And I don't know if anybody else has these pearls that's watching, but I find them all over the place. They just slip and slide everywhere. I think one of the blocks I was stamping with before had one on it. So this is where it happens, and you go, oh, I'll just add one more there. Oh, I'll just add one more over there. Okay. I'll call it quits after this one. But I see another spot, but I'll ignore it. Stop. Just stop. And then this is going to go down with some glue as well. And then this. Things are sticking. All right, so this needs glue also because it is embossed. So you either have to use like tear tape or a good glue, or it'll pop up. So there is that one. And then for the last one, so this one, I pulled out my favorite matching envelopes because I have them, gotta use them. And this was the inside of the envelope that I'm going to be doing more of. And it's very easy. You just go gently when you get to the bottom. And take them apart. So then once that's open, you're going to use this section here and cut that down. And you can just slide it into your cutter, and so here you get your even edge. It was easy. Okay, let me just... So easy peasy. I just put this down onto my foil edge note card. And this is 5 by 3 3/4. And it just fits that section. And then I was able to use, because of the white and white, and even if I don't use them up on the rest of the cards, I'll put them, I have a little bag or a box, and I'll pull them out at some time to use them. So I kind of did the same thing here. And where's my... You can be a little messier. You don't have to worry about like having the webbing because it's going to get covered up. And it doesn't have to be all even. You know, like on this one, it's just like popping out a little. Oops. And then again, I use the Merry Christmas to you and yours. And this again, I popped up. And then I found out after I used most of them that the kit actually came with large and small ones. So now I've got a lot of small ones to use. That's what happens when you don't look close at something. But I'm going to use 3 small ones here. And then, of course, our bow. And I'm going to trim that a little bit. Maybe a lot of it. Okay, so we can count all these cards. I think there was 12, and I figured I could get another 12. So the kit says it makes 10, 5 and 5, and I'm actually going to get at least 24 or maybe more cards out of this kit. So let me... Did I not do... Yeah, I did that one. I did them all. Okay, so let me bring back... I did that one, and that one. And I'll take pictures and put some more of them on. They'll be on Pinterest. Bring that down a little bit. Small desk, small desk. So here are my alternatives. I had a lot of fun today doing them. And thank you for joining me. And I will see you Sunday. Good night, everybody.